Hello everybody, I'm Thomas and I just got back from Fallen 2025 in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I played in a lot of Triumph games at the event and I wanted to recap the Triumph scene for you. So first thing we did was a pre-convention tournament. This was classified as Wimpy Wars. I like to call it Peasant Wars. It was an event where you had to bring at least 8 units of the cheapest troop types in the game, the rabble, the horde, or the bow levy, so essentially your unwashed peasants. I brought my Irish Scots, sort of pre-feudal Irish army. Think just massed, unwashed Irish tribesmen. And I had a really good time. The first game I got absolutely smashed by an Ostrogoth knight army. Unfortunately, I forgot to record any clips of that game, but I have some other clips that I'll show here of some of the other armies I encountered, including a Spartacus revolt army, which was really cool. The next sort of big ticket item for Triumph during the convention was the Grand Triumph game that was being put on in multiple instances throughout the convention. It was Kadesh, so New Kingdom Egypt against Hittites. And this was a really interesting battle because it's not your traditional Triumph sort of matched play event where you have 2 battle lines kind of colliding and stuff going on the flanks. This was just a swirling mess. The Egyptians are kind of caught on the march. The Hittites can cut the army essentially in half, and no one really starts in a grand battle line. Everyone starts in different columns around the battlefield. So I didn't actually get a chance to play in this, but it really shows off the versatility of Triumph, that you can do these historical scenarios, that you can start in these weird deployments and still have a really engaging game. The next thing that I'd like to point out is, again, Triumph, like at all of these HMGS convention, has its demo boards running. I think they're called Epic Battles of History. You don't need to sign up. You can come in anytime and just have a pickup game. Whether you're learning the game, it's a great way to learn the game, or if you're a veteran and you just need to you got a couple hours to kill in your convention and you want to pick up a game, it's also great for that. I ended up having a 1 pickup game where I did Egyptians, Hittites, so that I could be in the spirit of Kadesh, even though I didn't actually get to play in that game. The next Triumph event that I played in was the Baltic States, or Baltic Powers theme tournament. So you had to go on Meshwesh and look at the Baltic Powers theme category and take anything from there. I ended up doing post-Mongol Russians because I already own a really large Mongol army and it was very easy to just port it over to that. I don't want to tell you guys the results. I'll show you some clips from the tournament. I think I'm going to make a separate video about this one, so stay tuned for that. But it was a lot of fun, to say the least. And next, we had my favorite Triumph event of Fallen, which I think now it's trying to be a tradition of doing these kind of more niche themed tournaments at Fallen, announcing them a year in advance so everyone has a chance to paint. And so about a year ago, they announced at Fallen that they were going to have an extra themed tournament, and it was going to be New World, Native American armies only. So this was really cool because you just got to see all these armies that you never ever see before. I painted up my Incan army. I actually got an award for my painting in my camp. I got a little trophy, and there were lots of prizes given out for various players who had best painted and best camps. And everyone, you could just see, put in so much effort on their armies, and it was a beautiful sight. Tons of brightly painted armies. And even gameplay-wise, I thought it was extremely interesting. You just have no mounted units, which changes the character of the warfare by a ton. You have all these armies doing ambushes and having just very weird unit compositions that you don't expect. And I mean, some armies that actually had heavy foot in them, it was absolutely terrifying. But it was really, really fun. Now, the very last event I played in for Triumph was the Open Tournament. This is always the largest Triumph event. It gets the most players, where you can just bring anything you want, bring your favorite army. I just took one of the armies that I already had taken. I took the post-Mongol Russians again, gave them another spin. Also, I'm not going to spoil the results of this tournament because I'm going to include that in the future video, but this was really fun. You can see some of the clips here. Lots of really interesting armies. I think the favorite army that I saw was a Chinese army. It was really beautiful. It had these great looking cataphracts. Very jealous of that collection. And I'd like to note that Fallen's a great event for Triumph if you want to get out there for games, meet some players, make some friends. And if you're coming to Fall In next year, it's already been announced, next year's sort of niche theme tournament, instead of Native Americans, it's going to be China. You can do anything from Dark Age China, the Middle Kingdom, Korea, or Japan, I think. That's all been posted in the Facebook group, the Discord, and it's probably in the forum as well. So if you're interested in that, check it out. And I'm really excited to see what everyone does for that tournament. I think having this kind of more niche theme tournament where you get to see armies that you don't normally see is a really great boon for Triumph. So thanks for sticking around and hearing about the video, and I hope to bring you some more content in the future.